So the first thing I would like to address is, people may ask, Ken, what makes you think you have the right to even claim that you created hip hop? So let me take you back.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. You ready? Yeah. Okay, then take your position. Ladies and gentlemen, as all of you can see, I am the rapper KL, and by my side, so you all will know, is
DJ Radio.
This is KL serving the well with the funky fresh rhyme that I love to tell. And let me tell you something else, I can never be stale. We bustin' fresh rhymes as all y'all can see, cause from the top of the key, I am KLB, and by my side once again, just so you will know, is
DJ Radio.
Back when I was a little kid, I was first introduced to rhyming through nursery rhymes. Okay, Little Boy Bunting, Hey Diddle Diddle, Little Bo Peep, and all that kind of stuff. And I was probably introduced to that, about child age, anywhere from 3 to 6, ages 3 to 6. It got a little bit more creative when I did listen to other kids, mainly girls, who, when they did the jump rope or they did the patty cake, they would make up these rhymes that weren't nursery rhymes. They were original rhymes that they thought of themselves.
On the tip with the script, I can flip this shit. I do time like a crime when I'm riding the clip. Not the size of my rides that be making a holler. I bam bam on the jam like KRS and Shaba. Like a hoe, she's a pro as she twists and squirm. She took head that I fed like it needed a perm.
And that's when I got involved. So I used to start making my own little limericks. Back in the day, it wasn't even called rapping. It wasn't even called hip hop. It was just either nursery rhymes or poetry. And in my specific case, because it had an ethnic feel to it, it was always called street poetry or ghetto poetry. So as a little kid, I used to try to come up with interesting or entertaining little quote unquote raps or rhymes of my own.
I don't wanna be alone.
Dancing on the beat.
I don't wanna be alone.
I don't wanna be in love with material things. I don't wanna die without knowing the king. I don't wanna kill or ruin innocent lives. I don't wanna be that man that cheats on his wife. I don't wanna be heartless and just don't care. I don't wanna be in power and treat people unfair. I don't wanna drink, I don't wanna smoke. I don't wanna complain and didn't even vote. I don't wanna put down any other people. I don't wanna be treated any less than equal. Don't want your sympathy, don't need your pain. Don't wanna be the one who has to explain while the children die before their time, caught in the crossfire of the bump and grind. I don't want your possessions unless they mine. I don't wanna be the one to waste your time.
So that by the time I was 10, 11 years old, I started doing longer version rhymes than most people. I did it at the time because I wanted to be entertaining, and I wanted that attention that entertaining people gets you. Entertaining people gives you a rush, or at least it gave me a rush. It's like my natural version of a high. It would make me high to do rhymes that people enjoy. So by the time I was 10 or 11, which would be about 1977, 78, not ever hearing a rap or a hip hop song before, I was doing these long versions of rhymes that were the rough equivalent to a hip hop or a rap song before I ever heard anybody else really doing it. Basically, again, I've heard nursery rhymes and even some dirty limericks, like the status of, say, Dolomite. I snuck in, listened to these things when I wasn't supposed to. But I heard all these different kind of rhyming, and I decided that I would be, even at an early age, a multi-level rhymer. I wanted to incorporate all the different sounds, ideas, rhymes, and limericks, and poetry. I wanted to combine all that into one when it came to me doing my quote-unquote style.
So no hook or nothing? I mean, you just want me to just get off into it and just start ripping. Just me and the drum. All right now, this is what I do. Stand strong and tall, always give it your best. Work just as hard and accept nothing less. Be ahead of the curve, don't swing and miss. Unbothered by the ones who love to diss. Believe in self with faith in God. Swagger on full, don't be no slob. Respect the game, play by the rules. Dominate when you can and use your bull. Love thy neighbor even when they're wrong. Confuse the ones that don't know you're strong. Give back to the youth and share your gift when a brother is down. Give them a lift. Worship our women. Be the example. Show why black can't be dismantled. These words I spit to a melodic rhythm as I share with you infinite wisdom.
So at age 11, I did my first official rap song in front of an audience. At age 11, I was in school, and at this time I was going to school in Pontiac. I would think I was in Pontiac Middle School. Madison Junior High in Pontiac. I think that's what it was. But I used to write them down just so that I could pass them around the class. We'd be passing notes and stuff like we wasn't supposed to, because I used to get done with my work faster than the other kids, and I didn't have anything to do. So while I was sitting there waiting for everybody else to catch up, I would be writing these little dirty, and everybody who got finished early like myself, I would pass it around to them, and they would read them, and they would laugh. And this was all good until the teacher caught me one day. Teacher caught me, and she said, "Well, Mr. Belin, you think you're such a comedian, why don't you do it before the whole class?" She said, "But none of that dirty stuff that you've been writing, but I want you to do one of your rhymes for the whole class." I guess she thought it was going to deter me from being that type of student that was disruptive in class by passing out these little written rhymes that I had done. But I looked at it as a golden opportunity. And thus, my first full freestyle rap. Okay, now when I say freestyle, I know people have different ideas of what freestyle is. Some say freestyle is just a written rap that you freely disperse versus off the top of your head. Off the top of your head is you're actually creating the rhyme as you speak it. I was actually creating the rhyme as I spoke it at that particular time, which we used to call freestyle because it just meant you did not practice it. A freestyle, again, is a rhyme that you've never practiced, but you may have written. Off the top refers to actually creating the rhyme in the moment. That's what I did that day. Now, to be honest with you, I have no idea, cannot recollect what I said to this day. Because at some point, I kind of like passed out during my performance, my first time in front of about 20 or so kids and a teacher. I don't know what I said. All I know is when I was done, everybody was laughing and enjoying it and applauding me. And even my teacher looked at me like she was impressed. But I was always discouraged from doing rhyming. And my teacher said basically, that was great, but let's not do this again. So fast forward to 1979. I'm sitting in a car with my mother in the backseat. And the song comes on. And the song that comes on is Rapper's Delight. So when it first come on and it got that old familiar beat, which we all know now is a sample of Good Times, we was like, okay, I can go with this. But when they actually started rapping, I was floored. I was like, what? He was like a hip, the hop, the hibbit, the hibbit to the hip, hip, hop it. I was like, wait a minute. That's what I do. And people had been telling me to stop. I was like, this guy is doing what I've been doing for all this time, and he is actually recorded and is on the radio. Of course, there were three guys. You had Wonder Mike, Big Bang Hank, and the Master G. And then what was even more amazing to me was that all three of those rappers were like three different versions of me. You had Wonder Mike, who was like the leader, the straight at you guy. You had Big Bang Hank, the unexpected, cool type of hit you with a flow that just kind of moves your body. And then you had Master G, who could be the smooth floor and make it kind of sexy the way he presented his rhymes. I was like, these guys are doing what I've been doing. And so I started back rapping because now it had a title. It was called rapping, and this new form of music was hip hop. Now, of course, as legend goes, hip hop started in New York. And it started with probably the Sugar Hill Gang. And New York took it over because they were the ones to bring it to the forefront. Although the actual first rap song was done by Kurtis Blow. Kurtis Blow did the first rap song, but the Sugar Hill Gang released their song to the public before Kurtis Blow. Because Kurtis Blow wrote the Christmas rap with the B-side was The Breaks. But Sugar Hill Gang, as we know, in the fall of 1979, released the Rapper's Delight song that just took over the world. It was a really great song. Of course, we found out they would later get sued for copyright infringements and so on and so forth. But that's how I and rap music got started.
Yo, Baby D, you think you ready? I mean, if you really feel you ready, let's go.
My mama took me to the bank. I got some money out my bank account. I gave some of it to my mama and daddy.
Say what?
They bought me a hoverboard. They took it to my grandma's house, and my grandma took it to my grandpa. My sister gave me an iPhone 8 Plus. My brother bought me a hoverboard.
Say what?
My brother took it over my mama's house. My mama took it over my daddy's house. My daddy took it over my grandma's house. My grandma took it over my granddaddy's house.
Yeah. Can't mess with me and Lil D. Going to the bank to get that cheese, stacking it high, not playing no games, not taking no time, dealing with you lames. The H to the T is how we do. The hash with the tag if you didn't know, or should I say no? Just go with the flow, cause if you didn't, now you know. Hashtag Lil D on the mic, this how it be. Giving it to you, freestyle, and gotta do it just to make you smile. Give it to 'em, break 'em off, Lil D.